Yeah, let me.
Yeah, let me know if
Yeah,
that's looking good for you.
yeah, that looks fine. All right.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's get to it. So basically, I don't know if you've seen any of the replay analysis videos that I've done or the sessions. I do like different types of sessions. Usually for beginner players, what I'll do is a replay analysis because I'm able to highlight a lot of the errors that you're doing, a lot of the mistakes that you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and gather just as much information as I can from like a match. So usually 1 or 2 matches will take me about an hour to dissect. Well, one match will take the full hour, but that's usually how the process goes for like analyzing your own replay losses. But then there's also different sessions where I'll watch you play ranked match and kind of coach you while you're in ranked match, and that's a little bit more like a as you advance a little bit. Um, but yeah, during this replay analysis and during just the session, you're able to ask me any question, and we could dive into it and talk theory and all of that stuff. Um, so yeah, I mean, starting off right off the bat, do you have any types of questions that you've written for me, or anything right off the bat that you want to ask?
Uh, you know, not really. No, I think we're
Okay,
good.
oh, no problem there. Now, you could see the rank matches right here. You've won both of these, and this one you just got done playing. Oh, you lost this first match. Okay, this is probably a problem for you, Dalsum, huh?
Dalsum, Jiri, Zangief,
Yeah, Zangief is a problem too.
Seku every now and again.
Uh-huh.
I
No,
can beat Alex as Ken. Laura, big problem. First as
yeah,
Ken.
Laura's a bitch.
I haven't fought any Bookies recently.
Hmm.
But yeah, I've been getting my ass beat by pretty much just juries, and I'm pretty sure that jury I fought, I had no idea.
But
She's
she
just
still
pushing.
won.
Yeah, she's just pushing buttons.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just jury and Zangief and Dalsum. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Dalsum, you know the drill. This kid floats in the
Oh, of
air
course.
and
Yeah, no, no, of course, of
yeah.
course. So the thing with Dawson and Zangief is, I'd postpone on doing analysis on Dawson and Zangief until a few sessions that we do together because Dawson is such a unorthodox character in Street Fighter, and so is Zangief as well. The way you approach Dawson and Zangief is fucking like super dissected. It's just a very unique type of approach to the match. Um, and also you're using a Shoto character, and just by nature, Dalsum shits on Shotos. So you're gonna have a harder time beating Dalsum as a Shoto, whether you're Kage or Ken. Now, is your main character Kage or is your main character Ken? Like, who do you feel the strongest with?
Dude, honestly, I'd go equal.
Equal.
But I think I spend a little more time with Ken.
Okay, so how about this? I would rather you start spending more time with Kage because Kage is a better character than Ken. Um,
Interesting. All right.
and what was that?
No, I just said interesting. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Whereas in previous season, Ken was better, but Kage is a fucking monster now.
Yeah.
So I would rather you spend more time on one character that will be able to develop your skills at a faster rate than spending time with multiple characters in ranked match, because you haven't like mastered one of them yet. You know.
Yeah.
So spending your time with multiple characters will just take time away from you leveling up, in my opinion. But I can go over this jury match because that's a little bit more fundamental, and we could kind of pinpoint certain errors that you're doing easier while playing against jury. And then once, if we do more sessions and whatnot, and you're still getting bodied by Zangief, then we could go into the Zangief and Dawson matchup because that's going to probably take a little bit more than an hour just to dissect what the fuck goes on in their heads.
All right. All right, man.
So let's
So
just go through. Well, go ahead.
yeah. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this because it's like whenever I fight jury, I have my fundamentals just go out the window. Honestly, I mean, I'm like I want to do X, Y, and Z, right? And then
Yeah.
she just jumps over it.
Okay. Well, right off the bat, Jury is one of the worst characters in the game.
All right, look.
So,
Damn, you're gonna roast me like that? Come on, man.
well, I have to. I have to. That's the only way you're gonna get better. I'm not gonna sugarcoat
All right.
shit for you. You know. So let's just go through it. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just watch the round and then I'll start the process of me going over what's going on. Okay.
Alrighty.
Now, just so you know, in this rank that you're in, 99.9%, actually scratch that, 100% of the players you're going to be playing against are not going to be thinking on like deeper layers. They're not going to be dissecting the game the way that we are going to be dissecting the game right now. They're not going to be thinking. With what that means is when you play rank match, I want you to keep that in your mind that your opponent is really not fucking thinking. So, with that being said, you should play a bit more defensive naturally because if you play a bit more defensive, then you will be able to react to your opponent's risk taking. Because when people don't think, they will naturally just take more risks. And in Street Fighter, if you are taking risks, I'm going to expose you for taking risks, and I will beat you for taking risks. That's why matchups are so important. That's why the Dawson matchup is such a hard matchup for you, because you as Kage have to take many risks in order to hit Dawson, whereas Dawson doesn't have to take as many risks. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, that's half the problem here in this match. Is I think
Okay.
we're both trying to do shit. You know, I mean, I can. It depends on my morale. You know, I can swap it out to passive play, but
Right.
my you know, average play style is just
You
aggressive. You
just
know,
want to do
if I
shit.
don't,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
if I'm not in their guard, you know, then I feel like I'm trolling. You know, but
Well, it's not trolling at all. Just keep in mind that this is like how you're supposed to play a fighting game. Think about it like if you get in a real fight, MD, you're not gonna just fucking swing, are you? Like you gotta fucking find your right punch because if you swing and you miss, and you're fucking fighting against somebody who's an experienced fighter, that one miss is gonna get you knocked out, right?
yeah.
So think about it like life or death. When you're actually in the match, think about it like every time you get hit, it's like you getting hit in real life. So you don't want to get hit in real life. So you position yourself in ways and you play in a manner that will not get you hit. It's not about trolling. It's not about this being cheap or like, oh, you're being like a turtle or something. Fucking throw all that shit out the window. You do what you got to do to win. That's how you play this shit.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I swear, dude, half of my jumping's just completely whiffed.
Hmm.
Like the cross ups. I don't understand what the hell is going on here.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if she was walking.
Okay. Well, we'll go over those.
Yeah, that one just whiffed.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Oh, okay, okay. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was trying to activate V trigger there for 5 minutes.
No, that's fine. That's
I
fine. Just know that like I have to pretty much shit on you to make you
yeah, no,
get
that's
better.
fine. Go for it.
Okay, so starting off the round, you start off with the medium red fireball, which is not a bad thing to start off with, right? Because it actually worked. But this dash light red fireball was a bit overkill, and the reason why I say that is because you didn't need to do this. You throwing out you throwing out this light red fireball got you hit right here, right? It was unnecessary. I mean, you had the knockdown. What you do in this situation is you start walking towards your opponent. And the reason why I say that is because do you see my mouse cursor?
Yeah.
All right, so you got 97 seconds right there, right? And you have the life lead right there. You got a little bit hit on him. You got the life lead. This space right here, you see this? These three boxes, 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
This is all ground that your character could just cover up. All this ground could be covered up by your character. And the reason why I say this is because by doing this, by walking towards towards your opponent, you are now slowly pushing him to the corner. And when you're in the corner in Street Fighter V, it's fucking hell, right? So you want to do your best to put your opponent in the corner as quick as possible as safe as possible, as best as possible, right? And this was a huge opportunity for you to just maybe dash up right here or just walk up and at least land right around right here. That way you could play that fireball game again or be ready to whiff punish or et cetera, whatever it comes, right? But you will now put yourself in a better position by positioning yourself along this area right here. Rather than staying right here and allowing him to do some random move, like this random ass move, right? That went over your fireball. So that fireball right there is what I like to call an unnecessary risk. It was an unnecessary risk because you have the life lead. So you don't need to take a risk when you have a life lead, right?
All right.
So next thing is your initial instinct after getting hit and knocked down was to jump. Okay, see? Now this is an error because yet another unnecessary risk. So with 95 seconds left on the clock, you still got mad time to do shit. You still have a lot of time to hit him. He has to hit you. He has to open you up. But by jumping like this, you are exposing yourself to get anti-aired. So forget the player that is in front of you right now. If you were playing against me, this shit would have been anti-aired, and I would have been told myself, okay, this is a free tournament win. If I'm playing against somebody in tournament and this is how they respond after getting hit, is by immediately jumping up, I'm like, okay, this is fucking easy. I don't even have to be worried anymore. You took the stress off of me because now I know the type of player that you are. Now I know that your hands are shaky, you're very aggressive, and you're not going to really be thinking about what's happening. Right?
Yeah.
So by taking this risk, you're exposing yourself to take more damage after you just took damage. So just not a good decision making right there. And I understand you want to hit him. You do the jump fierce. Not only was it a bad jump that you did, but it was also misspaced.
Wait, jump fierce?
Yeah.
Wait,
Jump fierce right there.
what? Oh, I was trying. Okay, that's weird.
So you definitely did jump fierce right there. And
Yeah, that was supposed to be cross up, but all right, well.
Cross up medium kick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, something switched in your brain.
I don't know what the hell.
Yeah. So that's just a miscalculation on that. Okay. So you get the crouching strong, and then you do tiny step back, standing short. Okay. Now this is something a little bit more advanced, but I want you to keep up with me as best as possible, okay? So when you get this situation, and you got your crouching strong, notice this number right here. What does that say?
Yeah, +3.
So you're +3 off that crouching strong, meaning... Oh, do you know the terms, by the way? Like jab, strong, fierce, short, forward, roundhouse? Okay. All right. So you do the crouching strong, you're +3. You're now in Kage's aggressive, like, space. You are now playing the game that Kage wants to play. You are now in the exact position that Kage wants to be in order to start his bullshit. This is where your brain can switch from let's play safe, let's play smart, to okay, maybe let's be a little bit aggressive here. This is the moment where you could do that because you got the crouching strong, he blocked it, it's +3. Now you have multiple things you could follow up with, right? Mm-hmm. So what I like to say is, like, you know how you said you try to do X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
Within the match, and sometimes it doesn't work out, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, when you get an opportunity to start off with your crouching strong, think about it like option A, okay? We're going to talk about sequences right now. And your first sequence is option A. Option A starts off with a crouching strong for you, okay? So you started off with crouching strong. Option A follows up with, you do crouching strong, you have the opportunity to do another crouching strong, depending on the range that you're in. I think maybe another crouching strong here might have whiffed, but if you were a little bit closer, it could have hit. You could do another crouching strong because you're +3. Option A could also be, you do crouching strong, you follow up with a low forward into fireball. Option A could be, you do crouching strong like right here, and then you follow up with a heavy axe kick, because heavy axe kick is plus on block, meaning you are able to continue your pressure. So option A has multiple options, but it starts off with crouching strong, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not saying like definitively. I'm just saying, like, I'm just giving you an example. If you have an option A and it starts off with crouching strong, you have multiple sequences that you could follow up with after your crouching strong. You did none of those by going into a walk back standing short. There was no need for you to do that. you gave up your turn by doing that. By you taking that step back from the crouching strong and pressing standing short, that was you giving up your turn. Think about it like in a chess move. You moved your spawn with your crouching strong, and then you just like tapped on the timer and now it's the opponent's turn. Whereas you could have done some shit where you could have moved your spawn and then the opponent's not looking and you fucking move your queen somewhere. Or you still had your turn, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
But you gave it up right here. By giving it up, you are now taking a risk if you are to be aggressive again. You ended your turn, and if you try to be aggressive again, you are now trying to steal your turn. And when in this game, when you try to steal turns, it usually, not always, but usually doesn't end up in your favor. Usually you will get hit. Usually you will be taking a risk, meaning you're more likely to get hit by some random crush counter, some random move, etc., etc. Okay? So the better option here would have been for you to do crouching strong, bam, into walk up throw, or crouching strong, walk up crouching strong, or crouching strong heavy axe kick, standing jab into fireball, blah 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 blah. The possibilities here are endless for you. You have multiple options, and my best recommendation would be go on YouTube and look up Kage combos, Kage mix-ups, Kage frame traps. If you look up things like that, you will be able to see what the most optimal things are for your character to do after a crouching strong, and not only after a crouching strong, but after a crouching strong in this position. And I say that because notice the position that you're in when you press your crouching strong. Do you see that right there?
Yeah.
This is not like you're not directly in him when you're pressing this crouching strong. There's a little bit of gap between you guys, right? A little bit of gap right there. You see that? Your character is not directly right next to him. And because of that, because of this little space right here, because it's not directly right next to him, even though it looks like it, there's like micro tiny detail in that you probably, I don't know if you recognize that or not. But because you're not immediately right next to him, you might have to go for a different option. So maybe here, another crouching strong might whiff, and maybe it would be better for you to do a crouching medium kick or a standing medium punch. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So depending on where you are after your button is either hit or blocked, you must follow up with a appropriate follow-up, an appropriate follow-up to the position that you're in after the thing that you do. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. And I'll always say like, oh, does that make sense? Do you understand? Just so we're always on the same page, okay?
Alrighty.
Yeah. So you notice how that crouching strong pushed him back a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Another crouching strong here, I guarantee would have whiffed. If you pressed another frame trap-esque crouching strong, it would have whiffed right here. So this walk back standing short, this tells me like you just took a step back and you just pressed the button. Okay? So I know that you're at that rank right now, but I want you to keep this in mind as well. Anytime you press a button, it must be for a reason. You must have a calculated reason for you to press any button in this game. Or else you're just pressing buttons. And if you're just pressing buttons, I and any other top player in tournament or any other really strong player that you might face against will be able to snuff that out, and you're going to catch yourself getting crush countered a lot. And there's no worse feeling than fucking getting crush countered in this game, right?
Yep.
Because it changes the entire momentum. So don't put yourself in the position to get randomly crush countered like this, right? I mean, you press the standing short. It's very highly unlikely that you might have gotten crush countered, but the way you press this standing short and the way that round went already tells me that, you know, because of the rank that you're in, you're going to be pressing buttons that aren't really thought of that much. Okay, so he does actually a pretty good sweep right here. And the reason for that is because it's kind of max distance for Jury to hit that sweep. So it would have been a little bit difficult for you to punish that. But nonetheless, he did press a negative button if it was to be blocked. Okay, follows up with the fireball. Okay, here's the error right here. So you got hit again. You don't have life lead, right? You see this? And compared to his, you don't have life lead with 93 seconds left, MD. You wake up, you already see him going for this move, this attack that's going to hit you. Like you already saw it as you're waking up. And you decided to challenge it with a crouching strong. You see that? And this is another example of you just not being aware. This is actually
yeah, dude. I don't.
unnecessary risk.
Yeah, I
It's
don't.
just like not so much awareness going on right here by waking up with a button like that when there's a move already frame away from hitting you.
Yeah, dude. I remember this game. I don't remember pushing that. That's freaking insane. Like honestly.
Yeah.
That's like.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why that.
So this is, a lot of players say that, like, oh, I don't know why I did that there, or I don't really remember pressing that, and that's literally your subconscious is trained to make mistakes until you train it not to make mistakes. So sometimes you'll do shit and you'll be like, why the fuck did I do that right there? And it's because you're just being a dumbass, to be honest. Like, there's no other way to say it. It's just the reality of it. And you just have to train your brain not to be a dumbass in situations like that. Because look, you just took more damage for no reason. Not only was that an unnecessary risk with the crouching strong, but it was a stupid move that you did. And also, it was a lack of awareness. The awareness of him actually going for that, whatever the fuck that move is, that fireball that she has. You weren't aware in this split second after the sweep that he went for that move, and then you went for the crouching strong. That's a split second decision right there. You see how fast that was, right? But you have to be able to react to shit like that. Okay, so he follows up with the jump in. See, if I was coaching this guy, I would tell him, man, you had the life lead. What do you think I would tell him this jump in was for him?
You think this jump is dumb?
Yes, absolutely. Even though you blocked it, I mean, it's a horrible jump. And the reason for that is because it's an unnecessary risk. A huge unnecessary risk. I mean, look, as soon as this fireball hits you, the neutral is reset, okay? As soon as this fireball hits you, now the neutral is reset. Now both of you are supposed to play neutral again. By him jumping forward against you, he is now being aggressive in a spot that he shouldn't be aggressive. He is now taking a risk in a situation where he shouldn't be taking a risk. Why do I say that? Why do you think I say that? What's the first thing that pops into your mind when I say that this jump was unnecessary for him?
He has the life lead.
He has the life lead. Money. There it is. He has the life lead. You don't. And because you don't, you have to take the risk.
All right, so when is it appropriate to jump in? Average.
Hard question to answer because I think it's just more of a... Like, jump-ins are strong in this game, but it's definitely like more of an advanced question to answer, because sometimes you jump when you don't have life lead. Sometimes you jump when you do have a life lead, and it's basically when you have a read that he's not going to anti-air. When you do a certain type of sequence that freezes your opponent on the ground. See, when you get to a certain level, you start playing the game in a way where you understand that because you did X, Y, and Z, your opponent is not as focused to the air approach as he usually would be. Because of the specific X, Y, and Z that you did, that you've practiced, right? You have the read that, okay, I did this and I did that and I did that. I think he's not going to be ready to anti-air me right here. So I'm going to go for the jump in. It depends on the interaction that's happening in the match. And in this interaction, it just was a stupid jump in. If it was a different type of interaction, and to be honest, if the ranks were a lot higher, I could probably understand why somebody would jump in. But when I see these ranks, I don't show any respect to players like this. That's just the truth. Any jump that you do, I will automatically call it stupid. That's just the like literal fact behind it. Any jump that I see somebody do in this type of rank, I'm automatically calling it stupid because I know you're not thinking the way that I am. Whereas if I see somebody that's like a grandmaster and he jumps, I could ask him, hey, what was the reason that you jumped right here? What like preceded before the jump in? What went on in your mind? And he'd be able to break it down for me a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's based on the interaction that happened previously, before the jump in, and what's really going on inside of the player's mind as to why he wanted to jump in. Whereas this jump in just looks like, oh, I just want to jump in. Like I could smell it.
It's getting antsy.
Yeah, it's getting antsy. Because look, I mean, and another example of him getting antsy is, do you see this right here?
Oh, he's
That's
spamming kick.
He's spamming it. He doesn't need to press 3 roundhouses, right? That move that he did is 1 medium punch, 1 roundhouse. But by him pressing multiple roundhouses, that automatically tells me this player was... Make sense?
Yeah.
He's automatically just pressing that shit. Okay, so you're not plus in the situation. Okay, let's see what happened exactly in real time.
I think I actually.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I teched it, but
Yeah, I mean, so you had the right... Okay, listen. You had the right read with the tech. Why? Because he did go for the tech, correct?
Yeah.
You mistimed the tech.
Yeah. Well, I was still in block stun. Had to be.
Exactly. Now, here's the next layer, though. That was a bad tech from you.
Uh-huh.
You want to know why that was a bad tech? Because you don't have life lead already. He has the life lead. With 91 seconds left, you have about 25% stun built up right here. You see that, right?
Yeah.
What would have happened if he did a crush counter rather than go for the throw? That stun bar would have been right there. And then the follow-up combo would have put you like right there for the stun. Right?
Yeah.
Somewhere like around there. Whatever Jury's fucking combo is, I don't know. Or what if he didn't go for the crush counter? What if he went for like a counter hit setup that does a little bit less damage, but it'll still do damage and put you into the corner? If you got counter hit here by either a medium punch button or a crush counter, your ass is in the corner. The follow-up combo is going to put your ass in the corner. And you're already not in a good position. Your back is already getting closer to the corner. You see that, right? By the middle red line. You're now way past that middle red line.
Yeah.
And that crush counter or a medium counter hit type combo could have put your ass in the corner. And he has some stocks loaded up. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
For his little fancy schmancy whatever the fuck combo Jury does.
Damn, you got a problem with Jury.
Nah, just the Jury players are just weird. In Street Fighter V, Jury players are weird. Street Fighter 4 Jury players were sick.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah, because Jury was sick as fuck in Street Fighter 4. She's just hella whack in Street Fighter 5. Okay. So, in this situation, always, always, always take the throw. Don't tech the throw. Take the throw. Because you allowed Jury to jump in on you. Because this jump in was not anti-aired, it is no longer your turn. You fucked up by not anti-airing that. He caught you slipping because you didn't anti-air that. You looked away from the chessboard and he moved another piece by jumping in right here. So because he did that, now you find yourself in a checkmate situation. And the checkmate is either I take the throw and lose some damage, or I try to tech the throw and potentially eat a lot of damage. Understand?
Yeah.
Yes, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So right here would have been better if you were to take the throw. Also, I guess this is
Yeah, this back throw was kind of weird.
Yeah, so this back throw, you could quick rise. You didn't quick rise. By not quick rising, again, he caught you slipping, and he moved another piece with this jumping. He moved another piece with this jumping. Whereas if you had done a quick rise, you could have probably escaped that. You could have done quick rise and then backdash right here. Just to escape any sort of bullshit that she might follow up with. And regain some of that stun bar. Regain some of that stun bar. Now, this jump-in right here, I'm pretty sure was anti-airable, but it did look a little bit ambiguous, so good block on the jump-in.
Yeah. Yeah, my, I think you'll see, right, if I remember correctly, I think she gets away with that shit a lot. And it goes back to what you said about, you know, because she's giving me all the shit to worry about right now. You haven't seen it yet, but she just starts sweeping so randomly here in a moment.
Okay. Now, this jab was, you got lucky with
risky
this jab.
AF, yeah.
Yeah, it was mad fucking risky, because you tried to throw, you see that? You tried to throw your input, spam. That's a throw input. You got lucky with the jab, though. If that was a throw, your ass would have gotten hit hard.
Hey, just rewind this a bit. Rewind it's just a bit. Let's see this whole jump sequence again.
Okay. That right there.
Okay.
If you tried to throw, you're eating a counter hit, smack into smack into the corner, and you probably would have been one hit away from getting stunned. So that jab works out for your favor, and then you press jab again, which gets you counter hit. How did you get counter hit right here? Let me see. Jab. Wait, how the hell did you get counter hit?
No, it's my counter hit. I counter hit him there.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
My brain like froze for a second. I was like, that doesn't look like a counter hit. What the hell? It just stayed on the screen for a lot longer than I expected. Okay. So he hits you with a standing medium kick. Okay, what's your response to that? What's your response to the standing medium kick? See, you start seeing how like, maybe I'm fucking stupid. Why after you just got hit, you don't have life lead? You don't have life lead here. All this life is lost for you, and you are continuing to put yourself in a bad spot by jumping in because you want to be aggressive and you want to hit him. You got 50% stun built up. With 85 seconds, bro. There's 85 seconds left. That's a lot of seconds, isn't it? You have time to play neutral. You have time to watch him fuck up. Because he's fucking up. You see that? Here's an example of him fucking up. That roundhouse that he did right there would have whiffed.
Yep.
If you didn't jump, that roundhouse would have whiffed. And you could have whiff punished it. Do you understand now what I mean by opponents that you are going to play against will always, always, always take a risk. They're not thinking. He has the life lead. Why would he whiff a roundhouse in front of your face? That's just asking, begging you to whiff punish him. If you were a little bit more patient, that roundhouse whiffs in front of your face, bam, you got a whiff punish, bro.
Yeah, well,
and now you could gain momentum.
Yeah.
Okay, so this...
Yeah, I don't... Dude, like...
Yeah, so this medium kick was... The reason why you missed this medium kick is because of the roundhouse.
Yeah.
The roundhouse made her hurt box a little bit more forward. That's why you missed that medium kick. So again, it's technically a miscalculation on top of an unnecessary risk that you took. Okay, you blocked that. Yeah, you see, he's not even thinking, bro. What is that? What the fuck?
He's mashing, dude. That's where my frustration comes. I'm like, I'm losing to this shit.
Look
like, I'm like,
Look at his inputs for a second.
Oh my gosh, bro.
After this, I want you to literally just focus
Like,
on his inputs.
I'm looking right now, man, and I saw like 17 lights. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Like, he's still mashing as you're V reversaling. He's still mashing as you're hitting him with a V reversal. Look at that in real time.
Yeah.
See that, bro? These
Yeah.
motherfuckers
Yeah.
are just mashing. When you press buttons like an idiot, you're gonna get clipped. If I see that in tournament, it's free. It's literally free. I don't even have to look at the screen anymore. That's how free it is when I play against people like this in tournament. And I have played against people like this in tournament. It's
Really?
true.
All right.
Yes. There was a time in Canada where like this dude and his girlfriend, this dude was like, "Oh fuck, you're my first match," and I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Well, fuck, try not to beat me too bad in front of my girlfriend. This is her first time watching me," and I was like, "Fuck, all right, bro. Like, I'll do my best." And he was trash. He was so bad. So I had to really just kind of make it look a little bit closer than it was. But that shit was easy for me. Just so he could get his dick sucked later on and that guy's girl.
Damn, man. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, I feel you.
But look, when you don't have to be teching throws and shit. You don't have to expose yourself when you're on defense. When it's his turn, let it be his turn. Let him force you to throw. Let him force him to throw you. That's what I meant to say. Force him to throw you. Because most people that you're playing against are going to be doing shit like this. I just want to get the special move out. I just want to press the fucking button. Just block. Block that shit. You don't even need to V reversal right there. You don't need to V reversal because that's punishable on block. I don't know if you knew that, but now you know. That move is punishable on block.
V reversal. You're talking about this move. Yeah.
That little spin wheel move.
Yeah,
the
-9.
light version of it. Yeah, no, that -9 is not correct.
No. I know it's punishable, but I'm V reverse. Yeah.
There you go. That's more like it. But because you V reversal, the numbers switch. That could have been punishable. Fat. That was the fat punish right there. But by V reversaling, you gave up this. And this is your best friend in Street Fighter V, bro. This is your fucking ride or die. This is the motherfucker that will save your ass right here. Right there. And you used one of that up in a situation that you didn't need to use it. You didn't need to V reversal right here. Why? Because you could have taken another throw. Hypothetically speaking, if he threw you again, you would have taken this much damage. Bam. And you would have still survived, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to V reversal. And to be honest, let's see how much life you have. Yeah, see, if he threw you, you would have built up V trigger. Okay, now, remember when I said option A, option B, option C, blah, 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 right? Okay.
Yeah, there's not too much, yeah. Like, I don't even try to pressure here, other than just jumping. Yeah.
Exactly. Because you don't know your options.
It's not even that, it's just like here, right? Because in every situation where I'm able to, or I should be pressuring, like this happens here, the separation of distance, right? Because usually I would go for axe kick, right? Or crouch fierce, but this jump is just a no, that's what I'm saying. That's why
I know what you mean.
Like, and that first situation as well with that jump was to get closer, even though, didn't have to do that.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to get closer by the jump in, bro. You could take a tiny step forward and you're closer now.
Yeah.
Right? And this situation is something that you must work on. You must fucking go to YouTube and check out those videos and practice them in the lab. Like You might know to do heavy axe kick. You might know to do, okay, let me do another standing strong or crouching strong. But I want that shit engraved in your fucking skull. Why are you going to take another step? Is it because you think he's going to press another button to stop you? Why are you trying to walk up throw after this crouching medium punch? Is it because the distance is a little bit far? Why did you wait a second and then do forward fierce? Why did you wait a second and then go for axe kick? You get what I'm saying? You have to fucking get your options down, or else you're gonna look like an idiot. And you're not gonna win playing like this. And then look at that. The one time that you actually take a step forward, right? The one time that you took a step forward,
man, yeah.
this guy did that, right? But I want you to pay more attention to his response after you jumped in. That's the bigger thing to pay attention to here. Look at this.
He's teching hard, man.
No, that's not a tech, bro. That is not a tech. That's a mash.
Oh, and that's light medium. Oh, shit.
He's mashing EXDP.
Oh, I give him the benefit of the doubt there. Yeah.
Exactly. So, which is, I mean, shit like this. Look, as soon as this jump in happens,
Wait, you're telling me that I jump in, right? And this kid's trying to EXDP me off a jump?
Yes. As soon as your jump in is blocked, he is trying to EXDP right there. Right here. All this.
Why?
Because it's a 50-50. Okay, so that's what I'm going to get to right now. After this jump in, okay, as soon as you jump in on somebody, bam, from this exact moment where your button is blocked on that frame, you are now in a 50-50.
Yeah, but
offensively, and you're on a 50-50 because your opponent has EX meter, and your opponent's character has an invincible EX reversal attack. This character, Jury, has an invincible DP with EX bar. So, after a jump in like this, if you want to continue pressure, you are putting yourself at risk to get EX DP'd. However, it's a 50-50. Meaning, sometimes it's going to happen, sometimes it's not going to happen. If you smelled the EX DP, if you just smell that shit coming because he's antsy, then after this jump in, you fucking block, and he just mashes out an EXDP.
Shit, man. All right.
Now, technically, his EXDP didn't come out because from the jump medium kick to your crouching strong,
it's a trap.
It was a true trap. It was a true frame trap. It was a true block string, I should say, not a frame trap. It was a true block string, meaning he couldn't mash in between it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He couldn't mash in between this medium kick and this crouching strong. He couldn't mash. You see that? As he's trying to mash EXDP, he's unable to because it was a true block string. You know what a true block string is, right?
Yeah.
If you just do jab, jab, nobody's going to be able to EXDP in between that, because it's a true block string. This encounter right here, after this jump in, because your jump in hits a little deep, right? It made him block it a little deep, that jump medium kick. You had enough time to block string, frame trap with a crouching strong. And then after that is when you are no longer plus, and he was able to... You see that reversal right there? That reversal? That means he was literally fucking mashing. That means that it came out on that first possible frame. The first possible frame after your crouching strong was blocked, okay? Look at the frame data. Bam, 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 bam. As soon as this is done, as soon as he recovers, you see his frame is -1?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he is able to, that first possible frame, bam. Now, what would have happened if you did a standing jab right here? Or actually, your standing jab is 4 frames, isn't it? Does Kage have a 3 frame?
Oh,
Is it crouching jab for Kage?
I would have to look.
I don't know if Kage has a 3 frame or not. I think he has a crouching jab that's 3 frame. Do you have the frame data app?
Yeah, I got it. Give me a sec.
Yeah, go ahead, because my phone's in the charger. Let me pull that up real quick. Actually, my phone's charged well enough. Let me see if I could pull it up as well. Let's see. Front of 5. Kage. Standing. Yep, crouch light punch is 3 frames. Okay. So. Okay, you're looking at the screen, right?
Yep.
You notice how your character is basically like bucking her right now. Like you're really in her right now. Okay?
Yeah.
If you did a block string frame trap crouching jab, which is 3 frames, immediately after you're crouching strong, my question to you is, would his EXDP have came out? Think about it. You're +3, and you're going to follow this move up with a 3-frame move. Would he be able to mash EXDP in between?
But if it's 3 startup, wouldn't that make me scratch?
No.
No?
No, like the startup is 3 frames, but
Yeah.
it's active on. Let me see that. It's active on the 2nd frame. From frame 2, I think it's active.
So you shouldn't be able to, though.
He shouldn't be able to, exactly. Exactly. Because now it becomes what? A true block string, correct?
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know if you're saying.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay,
the
okay.
threshold's low. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the threshold is low for him to mash in between, but because you take that tiny step forward, you see that tiny step forward you took, right?
Yeah.
It negated that +3. It negated it. You're no longer +3. This was just him mashing multiple times. And this is you mashing right back because you're pissed at this point. That was a bad follow-up.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, by doing this, you literally put yourself in the corner.
Yeah.
So a better follow-up here would have been maybe like a dash forward to continue to apply pressure.
Everything now, from when she EXDP'd me, this is just
Chaos.
this is just pissed off play.
Yeah, of course. Now this was a good jump in from you. Now, do you see why it pays to play patient? Because look, you have him in the corner. He doesn't have to jump right here. But he jumps.
But he wants to get out.
Unnecessary risk. Exactly. Unnecessary risk, and you're ready for it. If you're ready for your fucking opponent to be a dumbass, it looks like this. That's what that looks like. That's telling him, bro, you're a dumbass for jumping right there. And now you can pressure. And this is where you fuck up royally. After this DP, you could have dashed and you would have been in his guts. Right here, after this DP, if you dashed, you were inside her guts. Meaning, you could do a meaty crouching strong. You could do a meaty crouching fierce. You could set some shit up.
Yeah.
And put some real pressure on her.
Yeah.
Force her to use that B trigger. Force her to use and spend that B reversal.
Yeah, here the thought process was, she's been mashing all game. Let's go for a crush counter, right? But even if that hits, that's still not optimal damage, especially with the EX bar that we have. You might as well just counter hit there.
Exactly. And not only that, miscalculation. Look at where your character is.
Yeah, -4 inner guts.
-4. Yep, that's punishable from her. That's a stand short punish right there. Easy. That's stand short into. If she did stand short, okay, that's her meter being built up right there. She could cancel stand short into her EX special move, and then cancel that into B trigger, and then bam. So you fucked up right there. She didn't punish. You fucked up again right there. And then she didn't punish, but then she went for a 4-button sweep.
Yeah, 4 buttons.
4 buttons for a sweep.
No.
Now here you could have. Well, what am I gonna tell you?
Oh man.
Throw, you could take the throw here, right?
Yeah.
You could survive. You put yourself in a checkmate. If you try to throw here and she went for a button.
Yeah, we don't die off a throw, so.
Exactly. So you wouldn't die off of this throw.
And she just walks forward and not pushing any buttons, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you're at this point you're fucking terrified because any hit you're dead. Wakes up with some random shit. And then, yeah, of course, some random shit like that's gonna happen, and now you're, yeah. Although you could have actually avoided that situation by doing anti-air EXDP.
Yeah. No, yeah.
It would have avoided
I was not even... Because I was trying to V-trade the whole time and it wasn't coming out.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now, you notice, like, look at how he starts the round.
Alright, so that's -6. Yeah. Can he... I don't think you can. I don't think you can because it's...
Maybe not. Maybe you could sweep. I don't know how fast your sweep is. No, it can't be 6 frames. Probably 7 frames or 8 frames. But...
Because what happens in these situations is I try and go for like a... Not necessarily a punishment to take my turn here, and then she just... Because I have to walk a little bit, and she just... That didn't happen there, but then she likes to DP there.
Okay. Well, let her fucking whiff a DP. That's a crush counter. Look it.
Yeah.
-6, and then whiffs a button in your face. Don't pay attention to your character. Pay attention to hers. Look at that medium kick. That would have whiffed.
Yeah.
If you just stayed grounded right here. If you played neutral, that would have whiffed. And then you could have gotten a whiff punish. Right? Just play a little bit more patient. And by a little bit, I mean a fuck ton more patient. Because look, your response, jump. And the first opportunity that you... Okay. Here, honey. This is actually really good interaction. This time, you see how your medium kick wasn't that deep?
Yeah, and this isn't...
Like,
yeah.
It's not what? Say it.
This is not a true block string. And...
Because of that...
And this right here is me... Like, this crouching fierce here...
Yeah.
Is me trying to... catch her pushing shit. That isn't EX.
Correct.
I was trying to counter hit her here, but...
Correct. I understand that. But the from the jump medium kick to the crouching fierce, it wasn't a true block string.
Yeah.
Meaning she didn't have to deal with this if she had the EX bar. And she didn't deal with it. And not only did you deal with it, look at the buttons on her.
Holy.
You see what I'm saying when motherfuckers don't think? Again, you gotta chill off on that. When you get hit with shit that you don't like, you gotta chill off with the EXDP. Because that's an unnecessary risk that you took. You have
that's
93 seconds. 93 seconds. Breathe.
Yeah, dude, you're lucky we're not reviewing a kitten gameplay, right? I take EXDP to a whole nother level, alright? Like,
nah, I know what it's like, bro. I know what it's like. I've been doing EXDPs for years. I know what it's like to get frustrated.
Alright, well, we get lucky. She doesn't block.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
Yep.
If you just block, you're not getting hit with this shit.
Because every time, yeah.
And then look, if you just wait, like in this situation, if you just block, you're not getting hit with it. You're not getting hit with none of that. If you just... that tech, right? You know better for next time. But if you just wait, if you're just waiting...
Yeah, I mean, she... Yeah.
He jumps.
Yeah, that's...
Free damage for you. Free damage. She is killing herself. Your opponents will kill themselves. He has mad life lead, bro. Why are you jumping like a nut? Not you, but him.
Yeah.
Why is he jumping like a nut? You at 86 seconds. Mad life lead. It's because neither of you know how to play neutral. Neither of you are good on the ground, so you just fucking fly around like it's Marvel. Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm trying to look at my inputs here because I tried to block this, right? I saw her jump and then I tried to block forward, but she wasn't over me yet.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah. You're dead right here. The follow-up combo would have actually killed you if she did the right combo. But she didn't.
Nah, she just missed.
See that whiff right there?
That's on her knee, man. That's in luck.
That's some luck for sure, but also look at this. See that? No, you saw it. That's a whiff, bro.
Yeah, the spacing. Yeah.
So get a little bit better with your. I mean, again, I don't want to crucify you, but because I whiff buttons as well. But I know the rank that you're in, so I'm just saying, practice pressing your buttons at the range that it's going to hit or make your opponent block it. Because when you do shit like this, random interactions like this happens. See?
Gosh,
and then this was just an unfortunate, weird situation, but you just blocked incorrectly. You should have blocked the fireball first. And then he fucks up the combo. After this, you, for some reason, like to press jab, but you mistimed the jab. You were still in block stun. Like, you're getting pressured here, and you're
trying to steal it, yeah.
Jab. You're trying to steal it, exactly. Trying to steal it. You got a backdash right there. Get the fuck out, bro. Get the fuck out. Look at him. He's just whiffing.
This is so... I can't imagine, like, how aggravating this must be for you, honestly.
No, not at all, bro.
Like,
to be honest, I've seen worse.
There's no...
I've seen worse. I've had to coach people that are just barely starting playing Street Fighter and have no idea what the fuck. I've had to coach people where I say, this is a light punch. This is a medium punch, so believe me.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, like,
okay,
this is actually the.
It's a bad decision right there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You activate, right?
Yeah.
And this is you just not really knowing what the fuck.
Yeah, and I didn't like. I don't know what. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just yeah. Yeah. And then you fuck up the DP. That's a pissed off DP. And I guarantee he's probably going to beat you with DP.
No one.
Oh, wow. How does this happen?
I don't win this, I don't think.
No, he's just waiting for you to fireball again.
Yeah.
Why is he waiting for you to fireball again?
Because he wants to jump over it.
Flip kick bullshit.
Yeah.
No, he has a little flip kick bullshit.
Yeah, dash, yeah.
But like, look, risk. That's a risk. That's a risk.
Well, how is that a risk?
And then the first one was a risk.
That
one you could have jumped in on that one. If you were to jump in, she would have been dead. So in a situation like this, like this is where if you were to jump in, I would have been like, okay, makes sense. She's been doing that fireball from that range. You picked up on it, and she's in B trigger, so she might want to do a fireball right there. That might be understandable. This second one, I think, is not a risk. Yeah. Yeah, but then the follow-up dash, that's good. That's a good button, and then that's the
dash
risk
throw, yeah.
This you jab and she's dead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yikers! All right, well, that's.
So let's go over the second loss, but in a very quick fashion. So we discussed a lot of shit in that match, right?
Yeah.
We're going to watch this round. We're going to watch this match, and I want you to be able to see if you can pick up on your bullshit, on your fuck-ups. before we run out of time. But do you understand everything that I have mentioned so far? Can you see like the bigger picture here?
I see we clean up 5-6 things and this is freelo, yeah. I mean...
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
You gotta understand, man.
alright, I'm done. I'm done.
I am so... I'm so pissed at this.
You're pissed, bro. You are pissed.
Oh my God.
You're pissed.
I tried to cross cut there, but
Do you know how to crosscut?
yeah.
Okay, well, fucking,
Yeah.
you're doing it with a jab. You're doing it with jab and fierce. Look at your input, bro. What the fuck is that?
Dude, like I don't
You're
know.
matching. Yeah, you're pissed.
I'm-
You're pissed.
But I get stunned, maybe. No.
Yeah. Complete
All right. Well.
nut on that round. That was just. But do you see, like, you just handed
Yeah,
it
it's-
down on a silver platter?
Yeah. That wasn't even a fight, man.
No. Did you just spend $2,000 traveling to a tournament for that?
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why spend your money? See, now that was decent. That was something.
I think that was the first pressure we've actually had. All set.
That was like. Again, the throws.
Yeah.
The throws. Just keep that in mind for next time. This is gonna be one of the hardest things for you to like train your mind on is don't throw, take the throw. For situations like this, you still got a lot of life, right? Got a lot of life.
Yeah.
Take the throw.
He's actually. Yeah. Whoops.
That's a frustrated DP again. Yeah. Now that was a little better placed. You see that?
Yeah. Spacing was.
That was a better placed round fierce from you. That wouldn't have been punished.
See that fierce? Yeah. Okay. Hits her before sweep hits.
Exactly.
Oh, again. What?
Let me see if this fierce was a better placed fierce.
I don't think so. Oh, okay.
Nah, that was kind of pushing it. Yeah, that you could have gotten punished for that fierce if she blocked.
Yeah, and again, she's just mashing, so it hits.
Yeah. But look at you, bro. You're mashing too.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And the B skill.
Nah. No, man.
Yeah, that's definite mash.
Nah.
Confirm that shit. The first one wasn't as bad. The first one you only did 2 roundhouses, which is understandable. But this one right here, and you match all of it. Oh, okay. Yeah, you wanted to fucking dragon punch your guts on that one.
Yeah. All right, man. There's a lot of shit that goes down here. Let's see.
The whiff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No anti-air.
Yep.
Whiff again.
Yeah.
Look at bro.
I know, dude. Like,
You don't whiff
like
on
she's
this
actually
shit.
like she's.
Misspacing on that. Misspacing because she did the move.
Yeah.
Spacing. She just did that move, so I'm not gonna crucify you for that. That was a correct spaced front medium kick.
Yeah. EX. Did I wake up deep here? I don't think so.
Surprised.
I don't. No, throw.
Oh, this is just a fucking round, bro. This is. Look at how ugly this looks in fast paced. Okay, watch.
Yeah. This is so bad, man.
Hey, okay. That's the first fucking thing that she
That's
did
the
that
first.
was like Kage-esque.
Wait. Yeah.
Just clean.
I don't know what. Is
You
that the
just gotta
first?
press it once.
Is that the first axe kick we did this session? This set?
Yes, but what I'm pointing
Yeah.
at here is just clean that up. You only have to press it once.
Like I don't know, dude. I don't remember pushing it 4 times, dude. Like.
Yeah. Well, the buttons don't lie, bro. The buttons don't lie.
Yeah, I was trying to go for an
See,
overhead
that's
there.
it right there. Yeah, that's a little. I mean, it's not bad for you to go for that, but you are punishable here. If he blocked, that's game over.
He did block.
Yeah, if he punished, I
Yeah.
should say that was game. If he did crouch strong into pinwheel and
All right,
super,
now
that's game over.
what's the frame of that? Just turn that out. Okay, +3, -8. Holy shit.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
could do crouching strong
Yeah.
into pinwheel into game over super.
But I guess that's just because it's an overhead. Yeah, that's.
Well, that's not an overhead.
What do you mean that's not an overhead?
This isn't an overhead.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the axe kick, the EX.
Oh, the axe kick. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a risk that you went for, but it was just at the fucking worst time that you could go for it. That is something that you do when you're gonna kill somebody.
Yeah, or stun.
You know, when stun, some fucking wonky situation. Not when you're one fucking bar away from dying.
Yeah, and again, this is just me trying to hit her.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
good
that's
recognition on that. Yeah, you know why he did that, right? As soon as you threw this fireball, the only thing on his mind was, I'm just gonna pinwheel.
Yeah,
right
he thought he was gonna do it again.
He tried to do it.
Yeah, and I was waiting for it, but he activates.
That was the best thing that I've seen this entire time was this right here.
This throw?
From here, from this jab to this walk-up throw was the best thing that you've done all set. That's like a good way to fucking, okay, you check them and now you're gonna walk-up throw him. Miss-space your crouching medium kick. You miss-space that. That's why you got punished. Punished. You could have punished that.
Yeah.
The jab, light Tatsu, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. Yeah. It's a lot of damage leaks here, man.
Yeah, that's
okay, and that's good.
All right, bro. Well, do you have any questions before I end the call? Like anything you want to discuss from that? How do you feel after that session?
I mean, that just makes me think like, you know, like when I'm fighting normal characters, how much shit they pull. It's just, yeah, you know. And I know I gotta play more, not passive, but you know, balanced. But it's
more balanced, more smarter, I should say. Smarter for sure. But I hope that was helpful enough. I hope that gave you a lot of information where you could take that and just work on it for the next week or two, and then see how you feel. And then if you want to do another session, I hope, you know, feel good about it and we could set something up again. You could hit me up, you know, anytime. But yeah, bro, I hope that was good. I hope that was good enough.
That's brilliant, man. Thank you. You got a PayPal or anything?
Yeah, I have PayPal. Forward to the improvement. All right.
All right. Hopefully next session you won't be throwing up on your monitor. All right.
All right, man. God bless, bro.
All right.
Take it easy.
All right. Bro. What are you talking about, man? The mold is real. What the hell's career?
Battle Lounge. Get ready, Riders Network. Favorite replay. Training.
why isn't this up? Oh, it's on the wrong monitor, that's why. I gotta turn this thing on.
Get ready for action.
Well, speak of the devil.